Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, honoring Arbor Day on April 26th, with an ongoing commitment to sustainable stewardship and conservation of Missouri's forests. ChooseWood.com.
This is St. Louis on the Air from St. Louis Public Radio. I'm Elaine Cha. In case you missed it, Love Bank Park on Cherokee Street was poppin' on Sunday during its grand reopening celebration.
This is to the future. This is a phenomenal moment for us over here on the south side, more specifically on Cherokee Street. I cannot wait for the community to come down here for more events like this, more live music, just community gatherings, and I hope people really do utilize this for the foreseeable future.
That was Christopher Loss, the owner and lead designer of Profield Reserve, speaking with STLPR reporter Chad Davis on Sunday at Love Bank Park. And here in studio, with notes about the park's most recent transformation, we welcome Pacia Elaine Anderson, one of the core leaders of the Love Bank Park redevelopment project. Pacia, it's great to have you on the show again.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Elaine.
Also with us is Eric Prospect White, a fellow core leader and outreach coordinator for the Guardian Angel Settlement Association. Welcome back to you as well, Eric.
Thanks for having us.
So, Prospect.
Yes.
For years, residents and business owners in the Cherokee neighborhood dreamt of taking public space, which started as 2 vacant lots pre-2014, and turning it into a vibrant community hub. How did it feel to finally reopen the park this Sunday and deliver on that vision?
It was a great sense of gratitude. It was an acknowledgement to vision and persistence. It was a big commemoration for our residents and business owners such as Will Porter, a.k.a. Master Pizza, for spearheading this and snowballing the whole thing and bringing the whole community together behind it.
So tell me about Sunday. I mean, what was the scene like? What were people saying?
Oh, man, it was magical. It was completely magical. It was the combination of the prior year's hard work coming into one Sunday afternoon with the love and the joy and the community as we all envisioned it happening before. So to see it actually happening was just pure magic.
Yeah. So, Pacia, the park in this new version features the region's first water-permeable basketball court, as well as chess tables, outdoor performance space, and murals, too. What is it that most excites you about the park's amenities and how they will further bring together the neighborhood's diverse population?
Yeah, the amenities. Well, first I want to shout out the Love Bank young leaders who helped design an app that was a survey that asked the community what kind of amenities would you like to see. And it was very beautiful because the ones that were chosen are the ones that are in alignment with basic human needs, like a water fountain, like electricity. A lot of people don't know, but if you ever came to an event at Love Bank in the past and there was power, it was because we were running an extension cord through the upstairs window of blank space. And so the fact that there's power and electrical outlets and water fountains and bike racks and Wi-Fi, right? Free Wi-Fi. And so all of those things that make it not just a place of gathering, but a place of comfort and also of use. When I say use, I'm talking about, if people in the neighborhood don't have Wi-Fi, they can go to Love Bank and pop up, and that's something that can help them with the maintenance of their daily lives and handling their responsibilities. So it's more than just a space to play basketball. It's something that could be a lifeline for people that need it.
And I think that speaks to another point. I mean, Love Bank Park conceived, right, as a community hub with these necessities, modern day necessities being there. Do you also consider this project as a public safety initiative too?
Ooh. No.
Okay.
I I don't think about it in those terms, right? I think about public safety in terms of community care and how we take care of each other. And so maybe I'm not understanding the question, but as far as like, redeveloping this park so it'll make the neighborhood safer, I just want to note for the record, there haven't been like large acts of violence at Love Bank Park.
Oh, sure.
There's been plenty of, I'll just say it, people who were unalived on Cherokee Street. None of it ever happened at Love Bank, right? And that's because of that community care. So if we're talking about public safety in terms of leaning on and acknowledging the people who live there to keep us safe, then absolutely yes. But in terms of it contributing to some grand plan that involves policy and all of that, no. Because when those plans are usually made, they don't come to Love Bank to ask us what we need.
Absolutely.
And what it comes out of that question has to do with something that Alder Alicia Saunier had said to our reporter Chad Davis about the park representing holistic public safety, and I think, as you've talked about care that people have for one another, not based on incidents, but sharing space together.
Absolutely.
Now, spring is in full swing, although I don't know whether the conditions outside would suggest that. And summer is right around the corner. Prospect, are there any future events that are scheduled at the park that people can be looking forward to?
Oh, absolutely. Currently, with the park being open now, there's free chess lessons and classes every Saturday morning at Love Bank Park at the chess tables. We have a few ideas in the works, such as community basketball tournaments and our traditional Cherokee neighborhood events, which typically take place at Love Bank, except last year because renovation. But those things will be scheduled. They're in the making, so the community should look out for those very soon.
And as far as how the park is taken care of, I think this goes back again to community. There were people who were pouring into the park, being made something different, something new, something that has even more to offer. Are there any next steps for the park, Pacia? And insofar as caring for the park, who is taking on that responsibility?
It's always going to go back to community care. The first part of your question, are there next steps? The beautiful thing about Love Bank is it's constantly evolving. Yes. The very first, I guess what we can say is the first documented event that happened at Love Bank was in 2014, Cherokee Street Reach. We did a mural painting on the lots, right? Yes. And then just all these different things have happened. It's just constantly changing, constantly evolving. And so to be able to say what's next, I think we should focus on what's now, because what's next could be tomorrow.
Right.
Right? As far as the upkeep and the care, another person I want to uplift is a guy named Frank Moore. A lot of people who are unfamiliar with Cherokee in the morning time, you'll see a little old guy walking up and down the street with a broom and a trash can, right? Frank is the street caretaker, and in the mornings he's been taking care of Love Bank as well. So we'll have daily cleanups, daily maintenance. But one of the beautiful things also about Love Bank is people may be driving down the street and they'll see something at the park and they'll get out of their cars and they'll say, I'm going to pick up that trash. I'm going to fix that picnic table. I'm going to bring a picnic table. I'm going to just drop off a basketball hoop. Nobody knows where it comes from. And so while the Cherokee Street Improvement District is really responsible for that level of maintenance, it's definitely community effort. And the CID also has a beautification committee that will be working on that as well.
Yeah. Well, as we close here, getting to Love Bank Park, to what it is now, it's been a labor of love that spans 10 plus years. Yeah. So Prospect, what is it like to see youth who were in some cases literal babies, now in that space and using it in ways that you imagined or envisioned, back when this was just an idea?
That very first project that Pacia just mentioned, I seen a lot of our babies on this past Sunday at the grand opening, and they were so little when I first met them, But to see them now with their younger siblings or cousins, and they're implementing things that we taught them, to bring everything full circle is just beautiful, and it is just a reminder that, we gotta stay focused. We have to be consistent with our community. We have to instill in our babies the things that we want them to be when they grow up. So to actually see that in real time, evolution is great. So I had a blast. Like, a lot of those extension cords that we ran for some of that programming in prior years, they helped me to make sure it never came unplugged. But now we're in the same space, and I got an outlet next to me, and I got the little baby next to me. Like, we made it, So it's great to see everything come full circle, and I'm definitely excited about the future possibilities of what's going to happen at Love Bank Park.
Yeah.
Eric Prospect White and Pacia Elaine Anderson are two of the core leaders of the Love Bank Park redevelopment project. Congratulations on the park reopening, and thank you, each of you, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us,
We out here,
Elaine.
baby.
This episode was produced by Emily Woodbury.
And by Ala Kouziz.
Audio engineering and podcast design by Aaron Dorr.
Our executive producer is Alex Hoyle.
St. Louis on the Air is a production of St. Louis Public Radio. Understanding starts here.
St. Louis on the Air proudly supports local artists by using music from Life Creative Group.
Do you find yourself regularly listening to episodes of St. Louis on the Air? Suggest us to a friend you think might enjoy our conversations. And leave us a review and rating on Apple Podcasts on the App Store. It's the simplest way to help people discover our show. Thanks.
St. Louis Public Radio is a member-supported service of the University of Missouri St. Louis.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, honoring Arbor Day on April 26th, with an ongoing commitment to sustainable stewardship and conservation of Missouri's forests. ChooseWood.com.